In this video, I want to show you how to get the extra 5 points for Project 1 so that you get a total out of 30 out of 30. As I mentioned, I'm giving you a lot of Project 1 for free because of my teaching assistant situation this year, but I am going to make you earn a couple of those points. So let's start in project data information. So first and foremost, your data. I have an Excel spreadsheet in here. I've cleverly called it Fall 2019 Stock Data Set. You're going to go in there and you're going to identify 25 of the NASDAQ stocks and 40 of the New York Stock Exchange stocks. So let me look at this with you here. Let me open it up first. All right, so here you see the data set is opened up. There's a New York Stock Exchange S stocks, there's a NASDAQ R stocks. You come scrolling through here and you can see there's a whole bunch of S stocks. The R stocks, see it says 93, but then you realize that there's really there's really 91 R stocks, and then as I slide down here to the bottom, 151 S stocks. I want you to randomly sample 40 of the New York Stock Exchange stocks and 25 of the NASDAQ stocks. We've talked about how to do that in class. And so once you identify the 40 and the 25 or the 65 total stocks that you're going to use, you're going to take the ticker symbols. You're going to go to Google. You're going to put in the ticker symbol and get the stock information. You're going to need the closing price, what it closed for in the day that you looked at. You're going to need the 52-week high and low prices and the exchange for the New York Stock Exchange. It's going to be New York Stock Exchange, and NASDAQs or NASDAQs. Now, the way I'm going to have you enter that data is 0 and 1. So 0 if it's from the New York Stock Exchange, 1 if from the NASDAQ. So for each stock, you're going to have 5 pieces of information: the ticker symbol, the closing price, the 52-week high, the 52-week low, and the exchange. And so now I want to go and show you how to do that. Now there's a little video here showing you how to enter data in statistics and accessing statistics through the application gateway, but I want to show you kind of what that process looks like. All right, so here I go. I'm going to go into the application gateway and I'm going to sign in. It's going to ask for my username and password, and I'm going to put that in there, and it's going to open up. Now it takes a little time. If you have a PC, you have the ability to load the software onto your computer and run it off of your computer, which is the better way of doing it. But if you have a Mac or you don't want to spend the $12 on the software, you're going to have to run through this process each time. So I'm going to go to statistics. It's going to open it up. And there are several different options of how to work with data in statistics. However, I have noticed recently that the application gateway is getting a little finicky when it comes to working with Excel files. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to suggest you do it. And this would be a very strong suggestion. This comes on the heel of me doing a video about 10 minutes ago and having trouble with working with Excel files. So what I'm going to have you do is open the data set up, or create the data set in statistics. So I want you to go to the data menu. I'm going to go to insert variables, and I'm going to insert the name of the stock. Now because that's a letters or characters or symbols, I'm going to do S5, and that's telling statistics there's going to be a string, that's what the S stands for in statistics, of up to 5 characters. That'll be good for a ticker symbol. I'll do the closing price, I'll do the 52-week high, 52-week low, and I can get by with just writing exchange and not doing any kind of S string variable for that, because I'm going to enter it as zeros and ones. I'm going to hit OK. And so now you've already identified, or I'm assuming you've identified those 65 stocks. Now you're going to go in there and you're going to be entering ticker symbols and closing prices and 52-week highs and 52-week lows, and that's exchange 0. And you're going to continue on until you have all 65, 40, and 25, 65 of your observations. When you finish this, save it. And I'm going to save it in my documents, and I'm going to call it Marks Data. I'm going to save. Now that's saved it to the server. I want to go, after I'm finished, and I'm going to download that. And so I'm going to go find Marks Data. There it is. And I'm going to say open. And you're going to see that it has put it down here in my downloads. So if I go to my downloads, bunch of stuff here. But you can see there's Mark's data, and it's a statistics file. And so I want to keep note of where that's at. Okay, so that's how you enter data, and that's how you save it. If you don't download it, you'll have to enter it every time you need it to work on the project. All right, now what I want to do is I want to go get a different data set, one that's a complete data set. I'm going to open that up. Okay, so the data set that I've created is called project, and actually it's an old data set from a prior semester. So I want to go and open that up, but in order to open that up, it's not going to be here. It's on my computer still. So before I try to open it up, I'm going to need to upload it. And so I'm going to go get the project data, which is right here. I'm going to open that up. It's going to say, where do you want to put it? And I'm going to open it and put it in my documents. And it's like, what happened to it? Well, I didn't really open it into statistics. I just uploaded it from my computer to the server. But now I can open it up. And you're going to see, in addition to the marks data that I created while I'm in the session, I have this other data set now, this project that I've already created that I just uploaded. So I'm going to open that up, and now I can work with it. Okay, and so this data set is similar to yours in that the semester that I created this, I had them work with S's from the New York Stock Exchange. So as I scroll down here, you can see there's 40 of those. And this semester I had them work with the L's, so there was 25 of those. But it's very similar to the data set that you guys are going to be working with. You can see there's a name, which is the ticker symbol, the high, the low, the close, the exchange. The order doesn't matter. In fact, I can reorder these things if I want. Reorder, if I want to do name, and then the close, this is the order that I did it in my little demonstration a second ago, and say OK. Doesn't matter. But whatever you work with, whatever you finish with in the application gateway that you want to use later, you got to download that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to save the data set again, but I'm going to show you how to generate the printout that I want for Project 1, and then you can download that. So for Project 1, all you have to do is print. It's going to say which variables, choose them all. And then I think the easiest thing to do is to preview it and then to save this. And it's going to save it as a rich text file. I'm going to call this data listing, and I'll say save. The file name is not, let's call it, I wonder why I can't use that. Printout 1. Okay. I don't know why it wouldn't let me use that name. We'll call it printout 1. Now, I'm going to download that. There's printout 1. I'm going to open that up, and you can see that down here is now printout 1. It's in my downloads as well. I should be able to open that up in a Word document and then print it. Okay, let's see. Okay, here I have opened my Word document, or my Word up. Let's go and look for, let's see, let's go to computer, let's go to downloads. What was that called? Printout 1. There it is, printout 1. Open it up. And there it is. Now you can see it doesn't fit on one page, and so you can do a couple different things. You can play with your margins. I'm close. And then the last thing I'm going to do is play with the font here. There we go. I can do it at a 9 font. And now I can print this out, and this is what I need to see for you to get the extra 5 points on Project 1. So somewhere in here you can either print or type your name, your partner's name, and this is what I want you to turn in for Project 1 for me. So turn that in, and I will give you the 5 points. Everybody gets 25 out of 30 just for being a part of the class to get those additional 5 points. Now, the reason I'm having you do this, again, let me reiterate, the reason I want you to do this is I want you to get into statistics, make sure you can access the software, but I also want you to have the data available. So when Project 2 rolls around, and not just available in statistics online, but I want you to save a copy of it, because the next time when Project 2 rolls around and when Project 3 rolls around, you'll upload that data into statistics and you'll be ready to go. You won't have to enter your data again. It'll be a piece of cake. So hopefully that makes sense. If not, you can ask me or one of the teaching assistants I'm speaking in faith now that I'm going to have something in place very soon for you, and we can help you get access to the software and then get this thing taken care of, get your data entered. All right, good luck.